Hello, everyone. This is Shelley. I am with the Royal Covenant in the Group Me chats, and I have created a training regarding MetaTrader 4 for the iPhone users. This will train you how to set up and walk through your app with you. So first off, I need you to open your MetaTrader 4 app. If you have not downloaded this application, I need you to pause this recording at this time, go into your app store, download this application, and then come back to this training. Okay, so open your MetaTrader 4 app, and at the very bottom, I'm going to bring your attention to the 5 icons. We have, starting from the left, you have quotes, chart, trade, history, and settings. We're going to go over these individually during this training. I ask you, please stay on task and do not move ahead, or this could cause you confusion. You could get lost within the app and then have to wind up re-going through the training again just to basically find your spot. So just go along with me. We will go over each one. If I do not tell you to click anything, please do not do so. The first icon that we're going to go over is the settings. This is the last one you see listed of the 5 icons. They may bounce back and forth a little bit instead of going from left to right, but I'm just putting them in the order that's going to be easiest for you to understand as they play off of each other. So our first one is settings. I will need you to click that. Under this, you will see at the very top you have the title, which is settings. Then under that, there is a space. This is going to be your current account you're logged into. If you have more than one account, this is where you will actually go to. You'll click it, and you'll be able to change among your different accounts. To begin with, you're going to start with a demo, which we will do here shortly. And then later, as you get more trained, you then will open a live account. So then you'll want to play back and forth, always using your demo as you learn, and then having your live account. So you'll need to be right here to be able to switch between them. The next one is new account. This is where you will create a demo account or log into a live account. Your mailbox is kind of self-explanatory. If you do emails or anything like that, you understand what a mailbox is. The next one is going to be news. This is where you will find current news that could affect the market and also your trades. You will learn more about this at a later time. The next one you see is chat and messages. Again, kind of self-explanatory, but this is also where you will contact MetaTrader 4 staff and by text or message. But there are other communities that you can sign up with. Myself, I have not done so, but I know those options are available. Now below that, the other icons I'm not really going to go over. They are not, I wouldn't say they're not important, but for the setup and understanding of your MetaTrader 4, that's not anything that we need to go over at this time. Okay, now before I go any further, you need to learn a little bit about brokers. I'm not going to really teach you much about them, but I'm just going to go over them and let you know the importance of them. In IML Academy, you will learn information in which you're going to want to compare among your brokers. So you need to make sure you're going through that training and you go over those particular trainings regarding comparing your brokers. I just want to state this is your account, so you will need to learn this information. You're going to need to take the time to research this information and compare your options so you can find the broker that best suits you. Also, with IML, as customers, we cannot advise you the broker in which to use. So now, among the settings screen, we're going to choose new account. Under here, you have some options. You have start without registration. This one is an anonymous demo account that can be created, and it is not connected to any broker, and it also is not connected to you in any way. It's just basically the most common or most basic demo that you can use that is directly just made by MetaTrader 4. Your next option is open a personal demo account. This is where you create a demo, and also where you will go through your brokers as you're researching them. You'll be able to go in here and directly pick those brokers to open a demo account with, to practice with, to just kind of research and do your own work to determine which is best for you. Now, the next one we have is log into existing account. So this is where once you create that live account, you will actually create that with your broker among their website, and then they will send you a MetaTrader 4 login and password. So once they provide that to you, you will click this area, and that's where you will log in with the information provided. And for the sake of this training, we're going to open a personal demo account. So I need you to click that area. Now, as you see, you have the search bar at the very top under the title of servers. That gray area that says enter company or server name, this is where you would start to type any broker that you're looking for that you may want to create a demo account with. For the sake of this training, we are going to use FX Choice. So for practice, let's type in that area, FX. And as you see, just putting the FX, all the different brokers that come up. There are multiple ones. Don't get overwhelmed by seeing that. There are several ways with IML that will actually decrease, let you understand, and quickly eliminate brokers. So we continue putting choice in, and then you will see where it comes up FX Choice Classic Demo and FX Choice Pro Demo. We want to tap FX Choice Classic Demo. This next screen is where you're going to register for a demo account with this broker. This is the same screen that will pop up with any broker that you choose to open a demo with. So you need to put your phone number and your email address in this page, and then when you're finished at the top right hand corner, I need you to tap register, and you have officially registered with FX Choice, a classic demo. Now the next screen that pops up is your login and password. I should not have to say, please screenshot, write this information down, whatever you need to do to not lose this information. If you get a new phone or a new device, or MetaTrader 4 has an update which logs everyone out of their demos and live accounts, you're going to need this information to be able to get back into your account. So most of the time it will leave you logged in, but on any occasion you know electronics and you know things that happen, you're going to need this information later. So make sure you have it somewhere. Next, in the top right hand corner, you're going to click Done once you have your username and password down, and it's going to open up to your quote screen. This is the next icon that we are going to go over. First thing I want you to notice is the list here on the screen. You have 3 different columns. Your first column is your currency pair. This is the currency you're trading with if you choose that one. These are the currency pairs that you are able to trade with. This is covered in your IML Academy regarding pairs, and also your how to read them and things like that. So make sure that you're going to IML Academy and getting that information. And then you'll be able to read them and understand all about your pairs. Now your next one, this one is your asking price and your bid price are the numbers that you see when the market is open, which it is at this time of this recording. You will see the numbers changing and also changing colors. This is covered in IML Academy. Also, your understanding of your asking price and your bidding price and the difference between those. So again, I just show how important that IML Academy basics training is. Please go through those and complete those. So now we're going to go along around the screen and just kind of go over the other options of the screen. To the very right top corner, you'll see a plus sign. If you click that, which go ahead, you're going to see a list of folders of other currency pairs you can add to your list and trade on. So just tap each folder to open it up. Some will have one pair within them and some will have multiple. Once you go through them, like I said, you have different ones with one. Then you should be seeing FX group number 1, 2, and 3. Those have multiples in them. Commodities, once you learn about those, you go in there and there's a list of all the commodities that this broker allows you to trade on. Energies, this is where your oil and things like that are. In there will be a list of the energies that you can trade with. Indices covers things like NASDAQ, things like that. You open that, there's several that you can trade on as well. But every single one of your commodities, energies, indices, and your crypto, those you're going to want to specifically do a little bit of training on and go through some training and make sure you understand it before you get into trading those. To start off with, you just want to stay with your basics, which are covered in most of your trainings from the beginning, and just learn everything thoroughly before you start trading just any and every pair. Now, to add anything, all you have to do is tap the folder, open it up. To the list of the different pairs that are in there, you will just want to click the green circle with the plus sign that is there to the left. You tap that, you'll see that it'll disappear upon screen. I want you to go ahead and click GBP AUD under FX group number 1. Then also you see at the very bottom is GBP CAD. Click the green circle with the white cross in it. You'll see that it disappears from the screen. So then in your top right hand corner, you want to click done, and it will take you back to your quote screen where your lists are. If you look at the very bottom, you will notice that now GBP AUD and GBP CAD is now amongst that list. So that is how you would add any currency pairs that you would like to add to your list to trade on. So next we're going to go over to the left hand corner at the top, which is a pencil. Here is where you will go ahead and click that. This is where you see your list that is on your quote screen. This is where you're going to be able to delete, and also where you're going to be able to arrange your pairs in whatever order that you would like. So if you click the circle that is next to the pair on the left, it should light up red, have a white check mark in it. In the top right hand corner of your screen, you should notice a red trash can now appears. You touch that red trash can and it will throw that one out of your list. But we're not going to throw anything away right now. Our next, over to your very right, you should see 3 small lines there beside each pair. If you hold your finger on it, your pair should kind of, 3D pop up at you. And now you should, as long as you hold your finger on it, you should be able to maneuver that pair in order however you would like. So you can put things in alphabetical order. So just for practice, let's go ahead and do that. So you're going to move your US to the bottom because they will be the last ones. Your Euro pair should be at the top, and then your GBP pairs. So go ahead and just for practice, let's put those in alphabetical order real quick. And just take your time as you get used to the feeling of these moving around. But once you get those in alphabetical order, then you just click the pencil again, and you'll go back to your quote screen, and now you should see all your pairs on alphabetical order. So under there is where you would delete and you would arrange your icons. So the next thing on the screen, I want you to click your finger over the GBP JPY pair. So just tap over GBP JPY on your list. Once you tap that, then a screen should pop up at the very bottom. The very top is actually a list of the top is the pair that you're trading on. Then under that, you have a list of options here. You have trade, chart, and details. If you tap trade, which again, follow as I go, do not press anything. I am just explaining. If you tap trade, it will take you to the screen where you can place a trade on the current currency you have listed at the top of this pop-up box. Chart, this is where if you click that, it will pull up a screen, which we will go over here shortly, of a chart. It will pull up that pair that is listed at the top in that chart screen. And then your details are just various details regarding the pair and the trade. Those will be different depending on the broker that you use, and you will need to learn that information before any of this will make any sense to you. So we're not going to go over that at this time. But and then you have cancel, of course, is just to get out of this pop-up box. So go ahead and press cancel at this time, and we are going to move on to our next icon. The next one we're going to go over is chart. So at the bottom, your second to the right, go ahead and click chart. And you're going to see a box in the middle of the screen with what there is called candles. And that information, candles and things like that, you're going to learn on IML Academy. If you've already went through that, you understand what you're seeing here. But do notice also in the top left-hand corner of the actual chart screen where the candles are, you will see in small lettering, first, the currency pair that you're viewing. Then next to that should be the time frame of the chart that you are viewing. That is the time frame for each candle. Again, IML Academy will help you understand the information that I've just listed. Now, first thing we're going to do is the top left-hand corner. You should see a letter and a number. If you click that, a box to the very left of your screen will pop up. It gives you the option of M1, M5, M15, M30, H1, H4, D1, and MN. This is the choices of the time frames in which you can view each chart. Of course, it's written kind of backwards, but that is 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 day, and 1 month. By the time frame of those is how much each candle is worth, the amount of time. But you will get a detailed information regarding understanding that in IML Academy. But for the sake of just seeing the change, just click, say, 1 day. You see that the pattern of the chart changes. because the value of each candle is different now. So if you go now, we went from 1 day, we're going to go to 5 minutes. Now you see how the candles look extremely different and the patterns do, because now each candle is worth 5 minutes. So you go through your IML Academy, you'll get a real detailed information regarding your time frame and charts and your candles. Going on from here, we're going to go to our right. You will see a plus sign. This is called a crosshair. This is a tool to find an exact price to the right-hand side and the exact date and time at the bottom of the cross. So let's go ahead and click that. Now you should see a cross across your screen. If you tap in the middle of it or just hold your finger over it, you're able to move these around. So if we want to put it at this candle and at the very top of it, you see the very top of that candle all the way to your right. It's going to give you the highlighted portion is the actual price at the moment of the exact dot where I've placed it. If you look all the way down, you see highlighted the date and the time in which that moment happened. So it just gives you specifics when you're looking at things and trying to figure out when did this happen. You put this tool on there and it helps you put those exact points where you can let go of the screen, write the information down, whatever you need. So next, go ahead and click the crosshair cross again and it will disappear. So next, we're going to go over to the what I call fancy F. If you click that, a window will open. All this is showing right now is the title, of course, which is indicators. And then you have your main window. On the screen, you're not going to have anything listed yet, but later on, as you go through trainings and you learn more and you learn about indicators, this is where you're going to go to add those indicators to your chart. So you'll get a better understanding when that comes along, but I did want to show you where exactly you would go to get to that, so you know where it is when you get to that point in your training. You look over to your right a little further, it looks like a stack of shapes to me. It looks like an X, a circle, and a triangle. If you tap that, a window comes up. These are objects. These are drawing tools in which you can add to your chart as well. You'll learn a lot about that at a later date, again, through training in your IML Academy to know how to use those. But I wanted to show you exactly where you're going to go to use those in the future. Okay,
Press
so
your back
now
arrow.
we are going to move on here. And we're going to go over how to place a trade. So from this screen, you can actually go into a trade. At the top right-hand corner, you see where it actually states the word trade. You can enter a trade from your quote screen there by just tapping, from the chart screen there. You just click trade and it's automatically going to open the trade screen. And what's going to show is the pair in which you have listed on your chart. Or under your quote screen, which we just went over previously, go ahead and click there. If you tap your pair like we did before, we're back to the screen where we have trade, chart, and details, which we went over previously. You can click trade there, and it will also take you to the trade screen, and it will have the pair at the top chosen in the quote screen you just tapped. So under this screen, at the very top, you have the current or the currency pair in which you're about to place a trade on. If you tap that, you can change it. You just click the down arrow beside it, and it will have a list of all your currency pairs that you can trade on at the moment that you've had listed in your quote screen. You tap that one, and it will change it in the trade screen to that pair. Now, under that, you see it should state right now, market execution. If you tap that, a window is going to drop down, and you're going to have choices of trade types. This is your choice of trade type options. You again have your market execution that was automatically up. Then you have buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, and sell stop. These are different type of trades that you can place on a pair. This will be taught in your IML Academy and can be explained further through the trainings with the group and from your leader. So we're going to leave going into detail of that on its own. And then I'm going to have you look below that. You should see a negative 0.1. Then to your right of that will be 0.01. Then in black, you have 0.01. The next to that is a plus 0.01. And then plus 0.1. This is your lot size. You can add or subtract your lot size in which you would like to trade on. You can trade at 10 cents, which it is on now, or you can add 10 cents and trade at 20 or 30, 40, or you can add $1, which is $1.40 now, and then of course to your left you would subtract. So we want to subtract all the way down, back down to the 10 cents. This is the lowest lot size in which you can trade with this broker. So be sure you understand lot sizes and proper risk management before you begin live trading and changing those lot sizes up. Now below that, you will see stop loss and take profit. I am going to take you back to the market execution screen for a second. Go ahead and click that and hit buy limit for me. Now you will see a new box has been added which says price. So this is your entry price in which you want to enter a trade, your stop loss in which you want to put on that trade, and the take profit price that you would like to put on that trade. You are going to get a full understanding of that in the IML Academy as well, and further understanding within the trainings of the group. So now below that you see this has shown your ask and bid price on the currency pair that you have listed. We kind of went over that when we in the beginning under quotes. As I stated before, you're going to understand your what a ask and bidding price is, but this is the current asking or bidding price of the currency pair listed at this exact moment. And then below that, you will see a red box and a blue box. This is a sell by market, buy by market. This is where you tap to create a sell trade or a buy trade. If you want to place a sell on a trade or a currency pair, you're going to click the red box. This will create a sell trade on the currency pair listed at the top. If you want to place a buy trade on the currency pair, you would click the blue box that states buy by market. The line graph below that is just a line chart of the current movement of that pair listed. So if you're about to hit a sell on it and then you see all of a sudden this chart just shoots up, it's just a quick look line chart just to kind of show you in case something does change right before you try to make that trade. So now what we want to do, we're going to go ahead and place a trade on this one. I want you to go ahead and press buy market. You should hear kind of a clapper is what I think it sounds like, but this is going to open up your trade screen. Also, you can get to your trade screen if you're in other screens by pressing the third icon. We are now on that screen. But once you place a trade, it automatically opens the screen. So first, you'll see a one, but you will have a list at some point. Will be in more than one trade. You see your currency pair there. This is showing you the trade that you just entered. this also on the screen, you have at the very top, you have the box is red at the top of your screen or blue. If you are in a negative, the top of your screen should be red, and it will give you the amount in which you are at a loss, a negative 0 point whatever than USD. That is the how much it is worth in US dollars. And it's always going to show US dollars since you are signed up in the USA. Now, if you are actually getting this from another country and you are signed up under your currency, then next to that amount, it would state your currency abbreviation, and that's going to be the worth of it in your currency. So down below that, you see balance. That is the current balance of your account. Below that is equity. This is how much that your balance is if you close your current trades. So if you're at a negative right now and we close this, your account is now going to be worth what that is listed. Now, if you have several in here, then that is not going to be the case because it is calculating all the trades that you have. But if you closed everything out, what was listed beside equity is how much is actually going to be your balance now. So now your margin and free margin and margin level, I'm not going to really cover right now. That info is covered in your IML Academy, and there's just too much detail to go over within this video. So below that now you have your positions. You have the trade that we have entered. If you see there, it'll have the currency pairs listed. Then it says buy 0.01 because we bought this trade at 10 cents. So it's telling you that you made a buy and how much you risked on that buy. Now, under that, you see two numbers. The number to your left is the entry price in which you place this trade. When we clicked that button, that was the price of this pair at that current time. Now you see an arrow and then it goes to another number. That is the current price that it is at. And of course, if we're buying, we want that second number to be higher than the first number in which we entered in. Of course, if you're selling, you want it lower. So this second one will always move. The first one will stay current to the number that's listed because that is the entry point in which you got into this trade. Now to the very right, you will see the amount of this trade is there as well. Once you get into certain brokers and get into your live account, the top and the bottom may not match. That's when fees come in effect. So that's also another reason that you need to research and learn about brokers and make the correct choice for you. So if you tap it, the box expands. Here, below the two numbers that I explained of your entry price and current price, you have the date and time in which you made this trade. Then if you have a stop loss or a take profit in, below that is listed right beside it. And then you have your trade ID. Okay, so then you have swap taxes and charges. That's where fees are going to come in. And of course, on this demo, you're not being charged anything because it's not real. But if certain brokers have certain fees and things like that, it's going to be listed there, which your number amount that is currently being made or lost on your trade, it will adjust to these. Actually, it will at the top, I'm sorry. So that is that screen. Now what we're going to do is we're going to close our current trade we have in. So to close this, you want to hold your finger over your pair and then a new window pops up. This is kind of like the window in which we got when we were beginning our trade, but now you have more options. Now at the top, you have the pair that you are trading on listed. If you are in a buy or a sell, and then it states the amount in which you are trading on at this time. Then you have your options of close, modify, trade, chart, and cancel. Close is the button you will want to press if you want to close the current trade that you're in. Modify, if you click modify, you're going to open up another screen, and this is where you'll be able to modify your stop loss and take profit numbers. You'll learn why you would want to do that at a later time, but I wanted to show you where exactly you would go to do so. So now back to the next one is trade. If you see this trade going where you like it, and you think, you know what, I don't think it's going to go pretty far, so I'm going to go ahead and trade on that again. If you tap the trade button, it will take you to the trade screen where you can make an immediate trade upon that pair again. And then the next one is chart. Of course, that if you click it, it's going to open your chart screen with this pair where you can see your chart from there. Just quick buttons to get in and out. Then of course cancel would have you just take this out and you go back to your trading screen. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to practice closing. So you want to click close. That's going to pull up another screen, and all the information that was on your trade screen is there again. And then you see a orange box above the chart screen instead of the red and blue boxes that said buy or sell. Now it says close with, and it should say profit of or loss of, and then it will list the amount of money that you will be closing this account at with a profit or a loss. So click your orange screen or orange box, and now you see that trade is now gone from your screen. So you have closed that. And if you look at the top, your balance has now changed to the equity number that was listed there. And you have completed creating and closing a trade. So next, I'm going to take you, another thing I need to say about closing your verification screen. I skipped this slide for a second. So this close verification screen, that's where we went, and I stated to click the orange box. I just need to state to you, as you learn, you will see this and be able to read this, but the market constantly moves. So you'll want to click immediately on that orange button. When it hits, it is at the amount desired, as it will change quickly at times. Depending on the pairs that you're traded on and how quickly they move or the market is moving at the time, your amount could change very quickly. So if you're at the amount that you want to be at, immediately hit that orange button so you don't miss any of your pips or profits. So now I'm going to take you to the history screen. So the bottom 5 icons, this is the last one we have not gone over. The one next to trade, you see history. It looks like a little filing box. If you click that, then you will come to a screen. This is a screen in which you can look at your past history of your trades, profits, deposits, withdrawals, and also it lists your current balance. So you see at the very top where it says day, week, month, and custom. Kind of self-explanatory. Day will give you the last 24 hours of history regarding any, as I said, trades, profits, deposits, any of that. And then you can click week, and all that information will change to a week time frame. You click month, it will move to a month. And then custom, you can actually enter a beginning and ending date. So right now we have it on day, and you see your balance at the very beginning before any trades were done. Of course, when you open this one up, it automatically gave you $100,000, which I wish we all could start trading with. But below that, you will see the trade in which you closed. It gives you the pair, what type of trades you made, a buy or sell, the amount you traded it at, your beginning and ending price, and then it also gives you the date, time, and the amount in which you won or lost on that trade. Now below that, you see profit. That's how much profit you made within that time frame. Credit. That one, we are all still unaware of what that is. Never seen any credit being placed in anyone's accounts. Deposit, that's any deposit that you have made within the time you chose up top. Your withdrawals, however many withdrawals you've made, the total amount that you've withdrawn within that time frame list that you have chosen above will be listed there. And then your current balance, basically like a old checkbook registry. So basically now we have come to the end of our training. You have gone through every screen, every option you have within those screens, and in the detail of the amount of information that you need currently to be able to maneuver your MetaTrader 4. Please, I refer you to IML Academy Basics Training. Go through any training on there that you can. There's also IML TV, which actually has people that have certain times in which they have live trainings, which you can sign into and watch from there. You also, within our group, the Royal Covenant of GroupMe, we actually have our own trainings as well that you will need to be plugged into. But this is the end of it. I hope it was very helpful to you. I thank you for viewing this video, and happy trading.